Recently, we hosted our monthly listening post here at the clubhouse. Some of the items that we're going to go over in this video were sent with an email reminder that we send out days before hosting our listening post. And we'll recap those items for you now. The first item on our agenda was the Liberty Park Pickleball Lighting Project. We do have the light poles in, and there's a couple outstanding items that we have left to complete that project 100%. First being is that we ordered safety bumpers for each of the light poles that you find within the courts. And that's to protect any overzealous player reaching for a ball or any trip or anything that may occur near the poles. Just an added protection or added layer of protection and safety for the residents participating in the pickleball game. And what we also have is the areas around the pole. We had to let it cure for about 30 days to be able to paint and match the paint from the existing courts to the areas where we poured new concretes and foundations for those lighting poles. And what we also have is the last item, which is the most important item, which is we're going to restripe the clubhouse tennis court that you find over here in the clubhouse tennis courts, tennis court number 1, back to an original tennis court only. That was an agreement that we had between the tennis group and the pickleball group when we started this whole discussion a couple years ago in regards to completing this project. So those items are underway, and we'll update the community as they're completed. And moving forward, what we have is our next item. So 2017 holiday lighting. We tried something new this year, which was lighting the windmill over at Liberty Park. Balance out our decorations throughout the whole community. And we welcome the feedback. I know we kind of came up short of expectations with the way that we lit the windmill, but we're looking to receive your feedback via emails directly to myself or come in and having a discussion with myself at any time. And what we're gonna do is take your feedback and make sure that we bring the holiday decorations, because to be honest, they're right around the corner. Time flies quick here, and want to be prepped and ready for the improvements that we need to make to satisfy our residents in that area. And last is, we had a project that was approved at our last meeting of 2017. We did some research in regards to our bodies of water and the best way and the best recommendation that we can to extend the life of the existing equipment that we have. And what I mean by bodies of water, and reference it to avoid any confusion, is the indoor-outdoor spa and indoor-outdoor pool that are housed here at the clubhouse. And the recommendation that we came up with, and which was approved by the board of directors, is to install automated chemical equipment to balance out and provide the chemicals to the bodies of water on a daily basis. This, what we'll do is, by balancing the water and keeping it chemically balanced at all times, we'll extend the life of the heaters and the equipment that we have by not adding additional equipment that corrodes this equipment from inside out. That project is set to begin next week, Monday, January 15th. We'll be meeting with North Systems and their on-site team to figure out any closures or anything that might occur. And we'll communicate those as they come to the membership via email blasts and news announcements and postings here at the clubhouse. And also what we had was updates that we went over, that we're going to go over from last listening post that we had in November. And some of the items that were brought up in that listening post were requests for additional stop signs in the community, a request for additional speed limit signs in the community, and one other item that we'll detail here quickly. So in regards to additional stop signs and the speed limit signs, we did invite the City of Manteca Traffic Advisory Division to come out and give us a recommendation on the items that we're requesting. We're waiting on feedback from the City of Manteca, and what we're looking really zeroing in on are locations and the approval for speed limit signs with radar capability, meaning that they flash as people violate the speed limit in those areas. We're seeking approval, and we'll communicate those as they come. And one other item that was brought up that we investigated as well was a bicycle access onto Riverberry on a pathway between the softball field and the tennis courts over here at the clubhouse area. That request was denied based on it being an insufficient crossing across the street. And meaning that with only one bike access on one side of the street, you're inviting residential pedestrian traffic from the residential side onto a street. Meaning that the possibility for an accident and liability for both the city and the WA is present, which denied that project at this time. So that's the update that we have on those items there. And last but not least, we have tripping hazards as well. And we have our maintenance supervisor, Juan, seeking 3 bids for this to address the tripping hazards in WA common areas. We look to collect those 3 bids by the end of next week, which is the week of January 15th to the 19th. and hopefully have that ready for the Board of Directors meeting on January 24th for approval. Any updates on all these items will be presented and communicated through the communication channels that we have here through the WA, through email blasts, news announcements, and possible video updates. And certainly, last but certainly not least, we bid an emotional farewell to our activities events coordinator, John Baber. We had over 150 people in attendance to come celebrate with John as he departed, as he hosted his last listening post. And I couldn't have been happier and couldn't thank everyone enough for the demonstration of their gratitude that they showed John. They gave him a thunderous standing ovation and demonstrated the gratitude that they have for everything that he has done here at the WA. We wish John the best in his new endeavor. I hope God blesses him and his family as they head back home to New York. And as we bid farewell, I do want to update the community that the recruitment process is underway. We begin interviews for a new activities events coordinator on January 15th. We'll conduct those interviews. We'll do everything that we can to make sure that we find a replacement as soon as we can. And any information that comes from that or any updates will be provided to the community at large through email blasts and news announcements and all our communication channels. So stay tuned. And I look forward to seeing you guys next month at Listening Post.